Hello, I am Kodili-nye, the son of the wonderful. Welcome back to another round of street vlogging, and we are going to be discussing things that pertain to the homeland. Welcome back again, and we are going to talk about the issues that pertaining to us. Recently, you hear a lot of people talking about this issue of pedestrian walk and other issues in our homeland, and the open drainages and the poor standard job in doing the pedestrian walk, and how they are done, and even the the narrowness of it. And I wanted to give you how it should be done, because these are very, very important. Let me just stand up a little bit and show you what I mean by that. If you look, this is you see pedestrian walk. This is almost 10 feet. You see people down there. Let me bring them nearer for you to see what I'm talking about. You see how comfortable 10 people can easily be walking here. You can see. And let me just show you. You see, and you can see the main road. This is where the gutter. You see the drainage. This is the drainage, where the drainage passed by. You see, the pedestrian walk is not before the drainage. You see, the drainage is under. It's fully covered. Let me get it so that you can talking about. The drainage is fully covered. So the drainage run here, down here. You see the red line? That's where the drainage gone through, down there. So you see, the pedestrian walk is done after the drainage, and the drainage are covered, and the road covered it. So this is where they check if there is any problem with the drainage. They will just open this place. If they want to suck those things out, they can suck it out. You can see. So once there's water on this road, it will just flow into this place, and there are many of them. You can see another one there. So that's another drainage, and on the other side of the road there is another. So that's how this thing is done. I do believe that a lot of our politicians live in the West. They live in Western world and developed countries. But what we are seeing in our community and in our homeland is a situation. The drainages are, poorly done. And the drainages, not only that is poorly done, is not fit for purpose, and is left uncovered. So that's why we lost a lot of people during this issue, the rain that just happened recently. We lost a lot of people because of this. A lot of our people were lost because of these things, and this created a lot of noise. In the Nnewi alone, many people lost their life. In Oka, in Onitsha, many people around the state, in Ogidi. What happened is that they were trying, during the flooding, the whole roads were covered with flooding. Like this road now, if it's covered with flooding and you have a situation that the drainage is left open, you will not know where the drainage channels go through. And because of that, you run the risk of basically into the open drainage. And by so doing, you find yourselves being flushed away. A typical example is the lady that actually lost her life in Nnewi, and many others that were rescued. It's a result of that, because they don't actually, the government basically was, planning our places like in the olden time. And we are in 21st century, and we are talking about Dubai, African Dubai, Taiwan, and we are still encouraging open drainages. And our people are suffering, breaking their bones, pelvic, and they're breaking their hips, breaking their back, breaking their hands, breaking their skull. So a time has come that we will do things in a modern way. So that's why we are here to lead a campaign, that we're leading a campaign of no more open drainages in our homeland, because it's an eyesore. It is also very, very expensive to maintain, because for you, that's why our community are very unkempt, not only in Anambra State, but in many other places. Because what happens, once you have open drainages, you are encouraging people to dump things inside of it, with a place that you have, like in Anambra State and some other states, that you have poor waste collection and management. You know, that you have very low attention on environment. Where in Anambra State, you know that there's no commissioner for environment. There is no proper environmental policy that actually can checkmate these nuisance in our area. And there is no proper door-to-door waste collection or refuge collection or rubbish collection. So that means that piles of rubbish, people are carrying it. Some of them are using it to decorate the streets. Even the newly built roads, you saw the Ekulobia near the flyover and all those things. You see the heap of things people are dumping there, and most of the places in Oka, in Onitsha, in Nnewi, in many places, because they don't have anywhere to put there's no real good waste management. So the time has come that we must do new things. We must also make the mayors to start working, and also communities to start working, and the state government to start working by implementing policies on environment, on waste collection and management. This is the first step in having a healthy environment, because without that, nothing can happen. Nothing good can come out with building roads and all those things. And most of these roads will collapse within the short period of building them. You can see what has happened in some of the roads that have been built in Onitsha and in some areas. A lot of them have started having wear and tear already. Because what happened is this: the drainages are open or filled up with waste, and because of that, the water overflow those drainages. And because the drainages are so small and it's not covered up, those drainages become an impediment to smooth flowing of the rainwater. So, and that's militating against those roads. And you know, the asphalt or the whatever they put on the roads are not meant to be flooded for a long time. And because of the sand dunes, not cleaning those roads from sands, the piles of sand dunes, and another issue. So the accumulation of water on those roads make the roads prone to wear and tear. So that's why we are advocating that Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo should actually rigid his policy that where he's encouraging open drainages. Even some of the places that were closed before, he said, "Oh, open everything up." I could remember his statement in Onitsha, where he's telling people that all the drainages has to be no covering of drainage. And since that time, a lot of things has been happening. So people basically, if it's raining, people are dumping rubbish inside of, because nobody's collecting the rubbish. I could remember a place in Awada and Ugwabo Obosi. People have paid for refuge collection for sometimes 1 week, 2 weeks. The people that are contracted, some of the landlord association, they are not doing the job. They are not coming for 2 weeks. So what people does is to basically take their bins and dump somewhere, in spite they have paid for that. So that's what we are talking about. The time to change the narrative is now. We cannot continue doing the same thing, expecting better results. So we must change our attitude, and the government must, lead for the first time, and this will help our homeland to be something that we can all be proud of. That's what we are talking about. The people are ready to support the government, but the government must basically innovate. Look at the other areas in the world. How are they getting it right? It's not a rocket science. You don't need to have a university degree to know these things or to learn how to do these things. I'm telling you that these things, if you can, if the government is serious, within 6 months, things will change for good. And a healthy environment will encourage healthy living, and it will encourage massive investment, and will also help more productivity, because if you have many people on the sick bed, you might not have the labor, the people that will do the work, and by so doing you now have a situation whereby you have shortage of labor in your own area. So that's what we are going to stop at this time. If we are going to do part 2, we will do it, but if not, I am Kodili-nye, the son of wonderful. We want to know your views about these things. Do you think it's wise to be having these open drainages and doing this pedestrian walkway before the drainage? What is your own thought about that? Thank you very much for supporting us, and see you in the next one. God bless you. Bye.